And welcome to Chentex Multimedia live streaming to your device all the way from sunny Brisbane. And it is the 30th of January 2021. Once again, welcome to the show, and we have lots to talk about today. As we know, today is a very special episode, and the episode in which we feature Vishnu Mandir. And of course, we know Vishnu Mandir held a Pratham Bhoj, and with that there was a community awards. So who is the recipient of 2021? Find out in the show if we were not there. Find out who won the 2021, the inaugural Community Service Award by Vishnu Mandir. So all that in the show. But first of all, I'd like to talk about different worlds. Well, of course, we featured that here before, but right now let's take a look at what it is all about as well. Because as we know, it is very, wonderful. It is a series that has been made, a web series that has been made right here in Brisbane. And Amit has worked really hard to get it. And guess what? It is premiering tonight. So tonight is the premiere night, and you can all join into that as well. I will tell you about how you can join into that. If you haven't seen the trailer, here's what it looks like.
Do you really want to live with a stranger?
Well, it's so expensive here, and all my friends and family have already got their own places.
Hi, I'm here about the room.
I can already see my kit set up.
Right here!
No problem. You live next door, don't you?
Well, I used to, but now I'm looking for my own place.
So, can I move in here? I met this really interesting girl while I was waiting for the lift.
What made her interesting?
Hi, by the way, I'm Tilly.
I don't know. She was just different. Don't worry, Sahib. The Indian will do the dishes.
Well, according to the roster that you wrote, it's your fucking turn anyway.
It's such a waste of time. There are far more important things to fight for in life.
Guess we have a lot to learn about each other, eh?
No worries. We will do it. She just kept talking about my deadly weapons, Des and Troy.
Sorry, mate, but I hope she explained it to you.
Des says goodbye too.
So there you are. That's the series that's launching tonight. Yes, it's launching tonight. So it's a premiere night tonight. And, we'd love to have each and every one of you come and attend that event. Different Worlds web series. So you go on Eventbrite to have a quick look at and there we go. That's Eventbrite, and it will be at the Maya Center in Brisbane, and from 6:15 today. So Amit and the team wishing you all the very best for the event. As we know, it is you have put in a lot of time and effort into getting that ready. So I'd like to wish you all the very best for tonight, and we'd like to see you all there tonight and see if we can all come in and support this web series made right here in Brisbane. And it is quite interesting when you look at it, the situations. There are many small things that we often take for granted, and we don't know where how that will go. But it is wonderful to see that it's all been put together, and the premiere is on tonight. We'd like to see you all tonight at the Maya Center. And of course, we know that the restrictions are over. You can all come and enjoy that. Well, right now we'll go into the main feature for today, which is the Pratham Bhog and the award ceremony at Vishnu Mandir. Invited him with the blessings of Lord Vishnu and Mahalakshmi. So he purchased this land where he invested his lifetime saving and wealth for the communities and spiritual service. His dream was to build a unique temple to the local council, and we really appreciate the support of the council and of course the state government as well in all the approvals and making sure that everything that was done was proper. So there were a lot of consultations with the authorities in making sure that the protocols were met and that it fitted in with the EPA and everything else that's concerned. So some local devotees devoted speech and supported the spiritual good cause and gave the valuable time to start the project, either through the expertise as surveyors, engineers, architects, everyone volunteering their time on a regular basis. And at this gesture, I would also like to make a point that there's so many volunteers here, all the cooking of the wonderful meal that we're going to share tonight. And the bhajans and everything, the cleanliness, there's, the devotion of these devotees who come and do this selfless service, that's the biggest seva that, and I'd like to really acknowledge them, and please could we have a round of applause for all the volunteers. Many of them are multitasking, you'll see them sometimes sitting there, doing the bhajans, and then you go in the dining hall, they'll be serving you as well, and afterwards they're taking the chairs. 2012, but on 26th January 2017, this temple had a grand opening and a grand puja. So this is why we are all here. So there's other installations around the place which we'll see, like the Brahmakul Yoga Center, Mahaprasadam Hall, a museum which is to be built, and the Sage Ashram. So there's many things that have been planned which will take place here. So first of all, I'd like to acknowledge all our dignitaries here who have taken time out of their very, very busy schedules to be here with us. And with that, I'd like to, rather than going through the whole list at one go, I will be calling upon them one by one to come and get their blessings from His Holiness Guruji. But before we do that, we have our deities, and so, before we begin, a floral tribute to all the deities, and we will ask His Holiness Dharam Guru Pandit Tripathi Ji and Guruma Pujniya Pandita Asa Tripathi Ji to offer the floral tribute and seek blessings from all the deities, so that tonight's function goes without any obstacle. So with those few words, I'd like to request, and at this juncture as well, Guruma Pujniya Pandita Asa Tripathi Ji will offer Rani Har, which is a very valuable necklace, a necklace piece, which will be for Mataji, and of course another necklace, another har for Vishnu Ji. And the story with the necklaces they are very valuable, but they have been handed down from now is 7 generations. So it goes and passed down, so it's well guarded and well looked after, because it is a tradition that has come down from the 7th, now in this current age is the 7th generation. So that Rani Har, which is the necklace, Guruma will on Mataji, and of course there's another har for Vishnuji. With the temple, there are many protocols that need to be followed. Once you have established the murtis, means commissioned, and so they're not just put in there. So when the temple was inaugurated, at that time there was a long process which goes in after the murtis are brought in from India. Then they go through the cleansing process as well, because they have come out of a factory. Every kind of person would have been, tradespeople would have worked on it. So they go through the cleansing process, and then there's a lot of mantras that are chanted with the guidance of lots of our Gurujis and Panditjis and Purohitgans who are here. We would like to acknowledge their presence as well. And so, that process takes place, which is called Pranastha, which means putting, commissioning them, so that from that day forward, then they become pujni, they become where you can offer prayers. So they're not any ordinary just statues.
बैठ जाओ वहाँ बैठ के करो
And now you can see that necklace, that Rani Har, which has been passed on for several generations, will be put on Mataji. Acknowledging all our dignitaries who are here. I'll bypass a bit of a protocol here today, but I will be going as they are seated. So, but we will be back to the protocol once we come to the speeches and order. So we have with us Ms. Janet Deep, OAM. She is also representing Queensland Multicultural Council, Islamic Council of Queensland, the Historical Society, you name it. She's a tireless community worker and she just does so much of work out there. And then we are very fortunate to have today with us the Commissioner of Queensland Anti-Discrimination Board, Scott McDougall. So we'll over to the committee. So ladies and gentlemen, right now we're going to have the stuti, the invocation of the Lord, and the formal program will then continue from there on.
सूर्यकोटिसम्प्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्युमोक्ष्यमामृतात्। या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्राविता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करा प्रभृतिवी देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाड्यापहा निशेषजाड्यापहा। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता क्षमारूपेण संस्थिता श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता कालीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिविद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरणं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वलोकैकनाथं। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतावशिष्टं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। आइए एक भजन प्रभु जी के लिए। ये भजन इसी समय हर साल होता है जिसमें प्रभु की बनाई हुई सृष्टि को नमन किया जाता है। दुनिया बनाने वाले दुनिया तेरी निराली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली। दुनिया बनाने वाले दुनिया तेरी निराली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली। दुनिया बनाने वाले अंबर धरती बना के तूने पौधों को जिंदगी दी। अंबर बना के तूने तारों को रोशनी दी। ये आसमान देखो कैसे सज रही दिवाली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली। दुनिया बनाने वाले सब प्राणियों के जग में तूने बनाए जोड़े दुर्जन्नत शक्तिशाली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली दुनिया बनाने वाले संसार की नदी सब सागर में जा रही है सागर की भी तरंगें गुण तेरे गा रही है इस विश्व वाटिका का केवल प्रभु है माली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली दुनिया बनाने वाले पत्तों को खा के कीड़ा रेशम बना रहा है कौन जो उधर में चरखा चला रहा है बुन के आ रहा है रेशम का लच्छा जाली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली दुनिया बनाने वाले ऊंचे शिखर गिरी के आकाश चूमते हैं वृक्षों के झुरमुटे भी वायु को चूमते हैं सरिताएं बहती कल कल नदियाँ ये नीर वाली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली दुनिया बनाने वाले आवागमन का देखो ये कैसा सिलसिला है हे कर्म जिसके जैसे वैसा ही फल मिला है आवागमन का देखो ये कैसा सिलसिला है हे कर्म जिसके जैसे वैसा ही फल मिला है अंगूर कैसे मिलते जब बोई थी बिनौली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली दुनिया बनाने वाले महिमा तेरी निराली चंदा बनाया शीतल सूरज में आग डाली दुनिया बनाने वाले
And that was very, very wonderful. As you heard from Guru Mahapujniya Pandita Asa Tripathi ji. And in that bhajan, she encompassed the whole universe. How beautiful it is, what's the creation. And unbeknownst to us, there are so many things that happen in the background. And that's nature's way. So how does nature do it? How does it when a child is in mother's womb, how is it protected and all those things. And so well sung, and with that, the emotions in that song and beautifully presented once again. Okay, so we've had the just normal acknowledgements of all the dignitaries who have taken time out to be here with us tonight. Well, right now we'll move on now to the formal part of the program. And first of all, we'd like to call Linus, our MP, if he could please come and receive the blessings and from. So we'll go straight and then come over.
I know from very beginning, and I know about it something, and we are very happy to have this type of social worker people in our society, in our community, who is doing everything. One is calling, is going, is listening what we people want. He try to listen, he try to complete. So a lot of things like these people, and we are very happy to have Mr. Yunus Power as the MP of Logan.
Thank you very much. It's a great honour, and I really appreciate being here amongst the community and serving the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And next up, we have the Deputy Mayor of Logan City Council, who is also the Chair of the Council. And of course, we have known each other for a long time as well. And it's wonderful that he is here today. So he's the Deputy Mayor of Logan and represents Division 5. He's also the Chair of the City Planning Economic Development Division 5, which includes the suburb of Marsden, Barimba, Waterford West and parts of the Crestmead, and he was first elected to council in 2016, and Guruji will say a few words about him.
His designation, as he is told that he is the Deputy Mayor, it is very small word for this person. He has very high caliber to do something, a lot of things for the society. It's up to time. When time will come, he will prove what he can do for our society, for our community. So I don't like to say more about him, otherwise he will forget you.
Thank you very much for having me here today, and thank you for those very kind words. I hope that I can meet your expectations, Your Holiness. In all things, Council is very supportive of our community, and especially the multicultural community. And today on Australia Day, one of the most fundamental things about being in Australia in 2021 is the multicultural society that we live in, the welcoming nature of that, and making sure that we all share what we know about each other, what we have in common, and we focus on those positive aspects rather than focusing on what can divide us. So if I can ever be of assistance to you in any way, you just come to me and I'll help you. It doesn't have to be with Council. I work closely with Linus and the other state members and with the federal government as well. Thank you very much for having me today, and thank you for your kind blessing.
Thank you very much. Wonderful, and as you can see, without the support of the Council and a lot of things that needed to be done here, all the approvals and all the things. So, of course, His Holiness Guruji also wants that everything is done as per protocol and as per the law. So, that's why we need to keep this close link with it. Next up, we'll be welcoming and acknowledging Councillor Natalie Wilcox, representing Division 11. And she has been married to Mark for 14 years, and she has two daughters, Zoe and Ruby, but only did the mark in the large Sri Lankan family there.
When Mrs. Tripathi was singing, she was very impressed, and from tomorrow she will start to sing. And next time, when we people invite, I am saying with confidence, she will sing here for you.
And thank you very much, His Holiness Guruji, for those emotions. Yes, and as a tertiary qualified school teacher, the Councillor Wilcox taught health and physical education, legal studies, and home economics for 10 years in mainstream educational settings. So today, once again, we are so pleased to have her here with us, and now she will address us in a few words.
Thank you so much for having me here today and inviting me. Next time, please invite me again and I will actually get my mother-in-law to help me wear my traditional Sri Lankan sari. I can't dress myself in it and that sort of thing. So please have me back. It's wonderful to come here and see everyone here coming out in the community, and I'm loving all the colours that all the ladies are wearing tonight. So thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Councillor, for taking time out, and especially as the Deputy Mayor had said that today is also a very significant day, which is Australia Day, and of course it is also India's Republic Day. So there's so many functions happening, otherwise this hall would be full, and of course we need to maintain the protocols that have been set out by the government under the COVID restrictions as well, and keep it. Next up, I'd like to invite the Commissioner for Anti-Discrimination Board in Queensland, Scott McDougall, once again taking time out to be here with us. So ladies and gentlemen, to give a round of applause.
We are happy to have you here in this temple, and I feel proud to honor you. God bless you.
His Holiness, you'll be very pleased to know that Scott is working on the better laws for safer Queensland, which is also protecting the rights and everything of the religious vilification. So it is very important for him to be here today as well, and for the work that he does, especially in looking after all the interests of organizations such as this. So I'd also ask Scott to say a few words.
Thank you, Imish, and it's just a fabulous privilege to be here tonight. One of the great perks of my job, and my job is actually the Queensland Human Rights Commissioner. They've updated it from anti-discrimination to human rights, which is great. So one of the great privileges of my job is to come to fantastic places of serene worship like this place, and I just want to congratulate all of you, Your Holiness, for building such a beautiful temple with just gorgeous deities. So it's a great honour to be here. It's been a very tough year for everyone in Queensland, and staying connected through faith is a really important part of Queensland's recovery. So the Human Rights Commission in Queensland is very keen on doing everything that it can to support diverse communities, to stay together, stay connected, and be stronger as a community. So thank you very much again, Imish.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. And of course, that title has been updated. And now, next up, we'd like to call Ms. Janadine OAM, and that again, another very tireless worker within the community. She does so much, but she's taken time out to be here today with us. And next up, we'd like to call Stanley Su, who is representing Queensland Multicultural Council, and of course, he is again a very, very strong community worker and does so much work out there within the community. And of course, representing GoPio Queensland here tonight is the PRO officer of GoPio Queensland, Tanvi Goyal. We'd like to acknowledge her and her presence here as well. Next, we'd like to acknowledge John Presco. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being here. As we know, normally on Australia Day, someone would be, at a barbie and having a few, but you've chosen to be here with us on this very occasion. It is wonderful. And next up, representing the Jewish community, Ari Heba. Once again, he has been working greatly in the community as well. Serves on many of the organizations like PA, Police Ethnic Advisory Group as well. So he too understands the importance of multiculturalism.
Has taken very ancient book of the world, written in rare book and very ancient book of the world. So I told you, I think you try to understand about it and you start to give success from Tuam. Right? Thank you a lot.
Your Holiness, Guruji, if you can, if you know Ari, he has a wonderful sense of humor, and we shared one room at the University of Queensland when we were both the resident chaplains there at the University of Queensland. So, it was proud privilege for mine to, both of us to say that until the student services took over our room. So anyway, moving on with the program now. We will go to the next part, and from here I'll pass it on to His Holiness. I'll pass it to Guruma Pujniya Pandita Asa Tripathi ji.
Hello, good evening. Our honorable guest, Mr. Umesh, our Dharam Guru, will be honored them and say few words for them. So everyone knows about Umesh Chandra and Usha Chandra. Everyone knows, They are very famous and they have done lots of community work. And even Usha ji, I want to say something about Usha ji. Because every successful man, there is a woman. That is our Usha ji. Big clap. Umesh ji, are you agree? Nahi to ghar jana hai. Thank you. And now I will give it to Guruji. He will say something about Umesh ji and Usha ji.
Some people have been invited by Honorable Mr. Umesh Chandra. He is not only the publisher of a very genuine Indian magazine, Brisbane Indian Times. He started from very beginning when he came in Australia, and we also feel that we are proud of the sense that we are living in Australia, we are citizens of Australia who has done a marvelous job in COVID-19 in the critical period. The whole world always thinks that who has done greater than Australia. And so we are proud of this, that we are Australian and we live in Australia, and this government has done a marvelous job in the whole world. So, Mr. Umesh Chandra, when he started his life in the social activity, he was called in so many Indian organizations, Australian organizations, Asian organizations, and he started to work job in the community, to go door to door, to meet door to door people, to help the people, the both husband and wife. Thus, Mr. Umesh Chandra was saying that the one successful person belongs his wife or another woman. Another woman means the helping woman. She has got more power than wife. She is not only wife, she is the life partner. She has equal capacity to do the job in the community, not less, maybe more, because nowadays this is the time of women. This is 21st era of the world. Why I told this line, don't surprise, because I have to go home at night. This is the main reason. Otherwise it was very difficult to say. So, now, this is said that one who feed another one, he forget to take feed himself or herself. Umesh Chandra introduced all the distinguished guests, but now I am going to introduce Umesh Chandra and Usha Chandra, and I would like to say Pandita Asha Tripathi to bring that thing, and she will read what he has done in his life. Yes, please.
Umesh Chandra has got lots of community awards. So today our Dharam Guru is giving a reward to him. And what he has done for the community, I am going to read it. On 2020 Order of Australia Medal, Umesh ji has got all these rewards. And in 2019, Brisbane City Council Joint Citizens of the Year. 2016, Lord Mayor's Multicultural Round Table. 2015, Australian Indian Radio launched. 2013, Bharat Gaurav Award. 2012, People of Australia Ambassador. 2011, India Empire NRI Award. 2010, in 2019, Brisbane City Council Joint Citizens of the Year. 2016, Lord Mayor's Multicultural Round Table. 2015, Australian Indian Radio launched. 2013, Bharat Gaurav Award. 2012, People of Australia Ambassador. 2011, India Empire NRI Award. 2010, Queensland Government Indian Students Liaison Officer. 2010, Police Ethic Advisory Group. 2008, Founder President of Gopio Queensland. 2008, Tri-Nation Delegation with Queensland Premier. 2007, Secretary General FICQ. 2007, Queensland Multicultural Council. 2004, Board Member of Radio 4EB. 2003, Brisbane Indian Times launched. 1995, President Hindu Society of Queensland. 1987, migrated to Australia. 1977, married with Usha Chandra.
Most important one.
That's the important one. That's very
honorable certificate given by Sri Vishnu Mandir, Mr. Umesh Chandra. This is the...
आइए उषा जी आप भी आइए.
What it has been told to you before by Pandita Asha Tripathi read, all these things are given here, and this certificate is issued in favor of Umesh Chandra and Usha Chandra. She has helped him to obtain this type of certificate from a very high religious place, Sri Vishnu Mandir, and it has been provided by the highest dignity, religious power of Australia, not only Brisbane. So I am happy to issue this certificate to this gentleman, and I hope in future he and she both will do a lot of things for our community. Thank you, Lord.
Forget their choices, never forget the blessings and the places.
offering of the prasadam that's been prepared tonight, and also before we eat, and whatever is offered to the deities, but that is done behind the curtain. So after that, we will all proceed. So with this, there's a very special song, the folk song, and the Mandir will be part in being the sponsors for the Pratham Bhog, which is the first community dinner. So first of all, we won't be calling them, but we'd like to acknowledge His Holiness Guruji and Guruma. और उसके बाद में we'll be calling पंडित सरस जी महाराज, और पंडित सरस जी महाराज के बाद में पंडित नरेंद्र शर्मा जी, आप बिल्कुल तैयार रहिए। और पंडित नरेंद्र शर्मा जी के बाद में पंडित दयानंद जी, आप भी तैयार रहिए। और उसके बाद में पंडित सुरेश चंद्र जी, ज्ञान प्रताप जी, राजेंद्र ज्ञान प्रताप जी, उसके बाद में सरनील प्रताप और रजनील प्रताप।
Thank you.
Invited him with the blessings of. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was a special presentation of the proceedings of Vishnu Maya Mandir, and of course, I'd like to express my gratitude to His Holiness Guruji and of course Guru Ma as well. And of course all the volunteers, as I mentioned in my presentation there, that all the volunteers who put in so much time and effort into the running of the temple. It's amazing the amount of work that they do out there. To me, they are the true recipients of the award. They should be. But it was the first one, and I've been told that this will now be an annual event where someone within the community will be recognized. I think it is a wonderful gesture of giving back to the community. And of course, it was wonderful to see the support of the councils and of course the Human Rights and Anti-Discrimination Commissioner there as well, and of course the representation of the multicultural community being there and supporting the event. It is wonderful to see that kind of things that are happening. And ladies and gentlemen, right now, as we know, making news is the big floods in Fiji, especially on the western side, and the town of Ba, Reki and other areas are flooded. So yesterday we did bring some live footage, of course, and the commentary by Tarun Soni from Ba. Once again, thank you so much for joining in, but don't forget that tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Is the second episode of Music Junction. And who is it going to be tomorrow? I'll leave that up to you. You need to join in to find out. It will be a beautiful program, and you'll see some wonderful stars. And by the way, if you are a singer or if you know of anyone who'd like to, share their music with the wider community, we'd like to invite them to come in and join us. Just contact me and we will put you up, with the musicians if you'd like, or if you'd like to just, have your performance on a backing track, or if you are a musician, if you'd like to, flute, sitar, tabla, whatever you'd like to come and play and present to the wider community, we will, gladly give you that option and that platform to go from here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in. It's so wonderful to see you always. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. As we know, this is a busy weekend, and as I said, that tonight is the launch, the premiere of Different Worlds, and Amit, all the best with that. I know, last time I spoke to you, the event was almost sold out, and of course it will do well. It will be a web series, and it is made on a beautiful, beautiful concept about, different cultures coming together, and what is normal in one culture might not be normal, and when two people interact on that same topic, there is some points that come up which are quite interesting. I won't say that, it's always funny. Sometimes it is quite interesting, and those scenarios have been brought in that web series made right here in Brisbane. And of course, this afternoon is Go Pure Gold Coast's Indian Republic Day, but that event is a invitation-only event, I've been told. But we'll bring to you some coverage, some glimpses from there on Monday's show. So on Monday we'll be able to see that as well, and many more functions that are happening in the weekend. We'll try and bring the report on that and there. So for now, it's goodbye from me. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, but most importantly, stay safe.